Hold on tight, Disney is facing a storm that could threaten its very survival, and this time it's personal. Elon Musk is backing not one, but two explosive lawsuits against the entertainment giant, accusing Disney of anti-male sexism. The fallout is already shaking Star Wars, Marvel, and the entire Disney empire to its core. But how did things get to this point? What do Kathleen Kennedy and Daisy Ridley have to say about these shocking accusations? And why is this lawsuit poised to deal a devastating blow to Disney's future? Disney's response has only made things worse. No apologies, no changes. But could their defiant stance cost them billions at the box office? Stick around as we dive into why these lawsuits might just be the final nail in Disney's coffin. If you thought the backlash over their movies was intense, you haven't seen anything yet. Let's focus on the storm at Disney, one that's becoming so intense it could threaten the future of the company. It all started when Elon Musk threw his weight behind two major lawsuits against Disney, shaking the company to its core. One of these lawsuits centers on a serious accusation of anti-male sexism, a claim that's already ripping through Disney, as well as its iconic properties like Star Wars and Marvel. The fallout from this accusation is spreading, creating turmoil within the company that could have far-reaching consequences. This isn't just about fans being upset anymore, it's about Disney facing a legal and cultural reckoning. If you thought Disney's problems were bad enough following the intense backlash over their recent films, you might want to think again. What's happening now goes far beyond the typical fan complaints we've seen in the past. This lawsuit could be a game changer, and we're about to explore why it might just be the final straw for Disney. Elon Musk's involvement in a high-profile lawsuit against Disney has intensified the ongoing scrutiny around the company. Since Musk's backing of the lawsuit, Disney's public image has been under significant pressure. While hardcore fans of franchises like Star Wars and the MCU had already begun voicing their dissatisfaction with what they saw as a decline in the quality of Disney's movies, the general public hadn't paid much attention to the company's shifting direction until this lawsuit went viral. What followed was a wave of media attention that led to a second lawsuit, also backed by Musk, accusing Disney of perpetuating anti-male sexism across its vast portfolio of properties, including Lucasfilm and Marvel. This accusation quickly became a hot topic across social media, with clips from the lawsuit spreading like wildfire. The public and media reaction has been intense, and Disney is now facing pressure like never before. These lawsuits, the intense fan backlash, and the viral media frenzy have created the perfect storm for Disney, one that could reshape the company's future in ways no one could have predicted just a few years ago. After these high-profile lawsuits hit Disney, the company responded slowly and cautiously, keeping its cards close to the chest. Behind the scenes, however, there were clear signs that the lawsuits were having an impact. There were changes such as the company's president departing, which many speculated might have been a firing, and several project delays or cancellations. Despite internal changes, Disney has remained tight-lipped, avoiding official statements as legal and public pressure builds. That was until recently, when Disney executives and key figures from Star Wars broke their silence. Kathleen Kennedy, president of Lucasfilm, directly responded to the backlash, asserting that Star Wars would not change to appease critics. Daisy Ridley, the actress best known for playing Rey in the sequel trilogy, also spoke out, claiming she couldn't control how some men perceive women. These public statements from two of Disney's most prominent figures reveal the company's decision to confront the criticism head-on. It's now clear that Disney has chosen to stand firm, refusing to back down from the lawsuits or the growing criticism. They're not only fighting back with high-profile statements, but also holding their ground in court. When they attempted to have one of these lawsuits dismissed, the courts ruled against them, allowing the legal battle to continue in full force. Despite this legal setback, Disney remains undeterred, maintaining its position. The key question now is, what will the long-term consequences of this defiant response be for Disney? The company's core goal is to make money through entertainment, and how they handle these lawsuits will determine whether the fallout affects their bottom line. If these legal troubles harm their ability to engage audiences, the consequences could be severe. However, if Disney can weather the storm without compromising its core objectives, it may continue as usual. The real question is whether Disney can balance its pursuit of profitable entertainment while navigating these massive legal and public relations challenges. When we look at Disney's primary objective, it's clear that their main goal is to make money by entertaining people. This has always been the core mission, creating films that capture the audience's imagination, which leads to ticket sales, merchandise revenue, and visits to their theme parks. This simple cycle of engaging content driving revenue is at the heart of Disney's business model. Under normal circumstances, lawsuits and public controversies would have little to no impact on a company's ability to stay profitable. However, what makes this situation with Disney so unique is that the lawsuits aren't just about legal battles, they're about how Disney's entertainment is being perceived by its audience. A growing criticism from audiences is that Disney has moved away from pure entertainment to focus more on a social justice agenda. Many believe this shift has negatively impacted the quality of Disney storytelling, as they are now more focused on delivering moral messages and political correctness rather than crafting compelling, entertaining narratives. This change in direction has led to some of the controversial decisions we've seen recently. While some might dismiss these criticisms as simply a vocal minority on the internet, the reality is reflected in Disney's declining box office revenues. The numbers don't lie. Their films have consistently underperformed compared to just a few years ago, before this significant shift in focus. If the backlash was truly only coming from a small group of people, Disney's movies would still be raking in the profits as they once did. A clear example of a movie that balanced entertainment with inclusivity without alienating its audience is Deadpool 3. The film featured diverse casting and tackled social issues with a non-binary actor as the villain and a cast with varied ethnic backgrounds. Yet it remained focused on what mattered most: entertainment. The movie didn't exclude or prioritize any one group, and as a result, it succeeded financially without the same kind of backlash that Disney's recent films have faced. The key difference is that Deadpool 3 still placed the audience's enjoyment at the forefront rather than making social agendas its central focus. This shows that it's possible to be diverse without alienating viewers if the core mission of entertaining the audience is maintained. This situation highlights a crucial point: when entertainment remains the priority, the money follows. The Deadpool 3 model, which successfully combined inclusivity with a focus on audience enjoyment, could serve as a roadmap for Disney if they want to succeed in the future. However, the issue with Disney's current stance is that Kathleen Kennedy and Daisy Ridley's responses to the backlash seem dismissive, as they're ignoring potential areas for improvement. Instead of addressing the concerns, they are simply brushing off the criticism. That's why this lawsuit could end up being a major setback for Disney. Their response to it could backfire. Of course, I understand why Disney would want to fight back when their company and its products are under attack. It's a natural reaction. But a more important question here is why, in their pursuit of inclusion and diversity, certain groups still feel excluded to the point of taking legal action. The fact that the courts have allowed these lawsuits to proceed means there is at least some merit to the claims. When people feel unseen, unrepresented, or disrespected, it's a serious concern that needs to be addressed. If Disney can figure out how to balance inclusion with true audience engagement, making everyone feel included without sacrificing entertainment, they'll be in a much better place moving forward. But as of now, they seem to be doubling down on fighting back rather than looking inward. It remains to be seen whether this strategy will pay off, and the only way we'll know is by how much money they make at the box office in the years to come. But here's the big question: will Disney's resistance to criticism backfire? Could these lawsuits be the final nail in the coffin for the once unstoppable entertainment giant? I want to know what you think. Do you agree with Disney's approach, or do you think their response will hurt them in the long run? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit the like button, smash that subscribe button, and stay tuned. This Disney drama isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Thanks for watching, and this has been Movie Saga.